YouTube! How you guys doing today? It's Mike.
This is Jenny.
Pratt Family Homestead. Finally, our 2017. Here we are almost into March of 2018, but our 2017 pig review video or whatever.
From our pig experiment.
Our pig experiment, right. We are going to make this a two-part video. One, we're going to talk about the pigs in general, hanging weights, blah, blah, blah. That's what we're doing in this one. Then we're also going to record a second one. And we're going to record that right now, and that's going to be on the finances of raising these 10 pigs, which scared Jenny really bad.
He'd be like, so can we talk? I'm like,
So the whole purpose of this pig experiment was to try different breeds, eat them, trade around with other people that bought them from us, and figure out what tastes good. What do we like, what don't we like, and all that good stuff. So we went and we got 10 piglets. And these piglets' prices ranged from $50 to $200, and we'll discuss all that in part 2. But we spent a lot of money on some piglets. Anyways, we got our first piglets that we picked up, where we picked up 4 old spot Berkshire mixes from Chad at Bonnie Doon Homestead.
Yep.
We had a lot of fun down there visiting. We made that a little trip. That was on Mother's Day. And then what?
Well, then you went up to Baker's Green Acres.
Mark and Jill up at Baker's Green Acres.
Yep, and picked up 2 Mangalitsa. Spent the whole day.
Spent the whole day
checking
there.
out his place.
I finally kicked myself out.
Okay? Should I be worried?
And then from Crystal at Hidden Creek Farms, we picked up 2 Tamworths.
Yes.
And Idle River Farms picked up 2 red Wattles, but that was a whole month later.
Yes, that was in end of June.
And so let's get right to the hanging weights. I know a lot of people are curious. We'll discuss birthdays and all that later, or should we discuss that now?
I think we'll just discuss like the age that they were at the time, so you know how old they were.
Okay, so we might not have had them this whole time because the Mangalitsa and the old spots were older piglets when we picked them up. The Tamworth and the red Wattles were very new piglets when we picked them up. Okay,
so at time of butcher is how old they are, but we did not have them the whole time.
Okay.
So in our first go, we had.
Hey, there's a pig right here.
There's a pig. There's a bunch of piggies.
Oh yeah, my suspenders. Wearing my piggy suspenders. Jenny's grandpa would be happy.
Cut your beard in it.
It has a couple times.
So we took the Mangalitsas in. They were almost 8 months old. And their hanging weights were 155 pounds and 147 pounds. I almost said 147 pigs.
I failed to say one single thing. While we had all these pigs, they were on full feed. All they wanted to eat didn't stop them. We tried a little bit in the middle but these hanging weights and everything are on full feed. They could have all they wanted.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we also took in the 2 Tamworth. They were 7 months old.
I'm sorry. We took in 2 old spots with the Mangalitsa.
I'm sorry. Okay, so 2 Mangalitsas at 8 months and 2 old spots at almost 7 months.
Right.
They were 184 pounds and 165 pounds.
Right. And then a month later, we took the rest in.
Yes. Then we took in the Tamworth.
Almost a month and a half.
Yeah. Took in the Tamworth at 7 months. They were 202 pounds and 220 pounds. And the red Wattles at 6 months were 210 pounds, 214 pounds. And we also had another old spot we took then, and he was 187 pounds. We had an old spot die on us.
We did.
So
it was right before butcher time.
Yeah,
too.
It was about a week before he went in. So in the end, we only ended up with the 9 to compare the weights to and everything.
Right. So a couple things to take away from these numbers, which is very confusing to probably just sit here and hear us say numbers. But the old spots weights varied a little bit.
Yeah.
Or probably the most out of each breed. No complaints there, but it's just that just seemed to vary. And we had one that was kind of runty until the end. His ending hanging weight came out good.
Yes, he had a whole nother month though, and less to contend with for eating. So I think that's what helped him.
So the other thing to take out is the red Wattle grew out really fast.
Yes.
Compared to the others.
They were the highest, not the highest. We had 1 Tamworth beat them on hanging weight, but they were the youngest ones that went in. Right,
and then we're talking pounds. If I remember right, 1 Tamworth was 214, right?
No, 202 and 220 were the Tamworths.
Right, and then the red Wattles were
210,
210 and 214. Very consistent. And one of those was a gilt.
Yes.
One
I
of
don't
those was
remember
a
which
gilt.
one.
Yeah, I don't remember the
which,
hang, but they're so right there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so those red Wattles pretty impressive that way. Much younger, butchered kind of the same time, and
hanging weight was
bigger,
right there.
Yeah. So the Mangalitsa was the oldest at butcher. Is that right?
Yes.
At 8 months.
Yes.
Lowest hanging weight. Which doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because the flavors and everything else, the hanging weight pounds don't matter. We're just doing this to tell you guys all the facts.
Right.
And then the old spots were the next oldest with the lowest hanging weights.
Yes.
And then the Tamworths.
And we had one really big one.
We did. And then the Tamworths and the red Wattles were pretty comparable.
Yeah.
But the red Wattles still being the youngest. All right. Whew. All right, that's that. So, what was your overall, was there anything else on that subject?
No, that was all for that.
What's your overall opinion of the demeanor of the pigs?
I mean, they all are unique in their own ways. When we got the old spots and Mangalitsas, they were obviously a little bit more sociable. They were a little bit older, definitely hands-on. Bonnie Doon Homestead is very hands-on with his pigs. They could almost curl up in your lap like a dog.
And they would with
They
their
would,
piglets.
yeah. Well, one of them, Spots, would use you as a scratching
Oh,
post
yeah.
every time you went out there. He was awesome. So very friendly and playful.
Yes.
And the Mangalitsas love water. Like, they're almost
Probably because of all that hair on them.
Probably, but they would attack the hose. They loved the water and loved to be sprayed and would roll and turn into this nasty, muddy mess. It was awesome. The Tamworth and red Wattles were very skittish at first, but they ended up coming around and they were very
I would say
sociable.
especially the red Wattles more.
Yeah.
The Tamworth stayed a little skittish, but we didn't put a lot of hands on any of these, so that can have a lot to do with
The
it too.
Tamworths-
We had no problems with any of them.
No, not at all. The Tamworths, I think, were very calm, very
Yes.
mellow. The old spots could get riled up, especially if you are mowing the lawn.
They would chase.
Race, and it was fun. I would mow the same spot over and over just to watch them run. I'm like, run, piggies! But the Tamworths were definitely calmer. So it's hard because personality-wise, I think they were all great, but the Mangalitsas and the old spots, I would say, were more playful. Mm-hmm. But they all were very calm pigs.
I was always in there with
it. Any problems.
They were 200 pounds, and I was in there with all of them. And
they knocked their water canister off a pallet into the mud. It was so gross. And I had to go in there. And they're all like, oh, what are you doing? And sticking their noses on everything and trying to push it and play with it. I'm like, I'm trying to take it. I was covered in mud by the time I left there.
so overall, there's no problem with demeanor on any of these. Now, granted, these are castrated male pigs.
Except the one gilt.
Except for the one gilt. So who knows what a boar would be like.
Right.
But demeanor-wise, we had no problems.
No, not at all.
And we could scratch all of them, whether some of them wanted it or not. They wouldn't necessarily run away from us at the end or nothing. So,
Let's talk about the taste test.
ooh, the taste test was awesome. Here's what we found out. You can go check out the videos right here. We did the pork chop taste test first, and I think we were very surprised.
I know that I was definitely surprised.
Because we have come to love our smoked pork chops. And just because we did a pork chop swap,
Yep.
we called it, where we traded meat with the other people that bought pigs from us and had them butchered. And so we could only get what we could get. We could only get the cuts that we could get. So we couldn't really decide, oh, no, I don't want that pork chop. Give me that one instead.
Yeah, we weren't going to be picky.
So we ended up with 2 smoked pork chops and 2 not smoked pork chops and a not smoked pork chop one.
Yep.
But they're all winners. All these taste tests, all of the pork tastes fantastic. So there is seriously no loser here whatsoever.
No.
So then after the pork chop taste test, we turn around and did the bacon taste test. Bacon! And you can
4
check that out here.
pounds of bacon.
Gone like
Boom.
that. Somebody commented on that video and said that they have to regularly, whenever they have bacon, they get out 3 pounds for their family.
Oh my goodness.
Which
that'll be us soon.
we ended up having bacon cheeseburgers with that bacon, and it was gone
That
after the
was
taste
so
test and
good.
that. So check out that video as well. We had a lot of fun with those taste tests. And did the bacon surprise us?
It did.
Okay, there you go.
It did.
All right, so check those out. So what else should we talk about, baby?
We can talk about the taste test more.
Okay.
Just that played a part in, it's not just like how much does piglet cost, finances of it, feeding it, hanging weight and everything, or demeanor. But we also wanted to pick a meat that we all enjoyed and something that we felt would benefit us the most of what it is that we need as a family to be able to cook, which we need a lot of bacon. And
we let the kids were part of all those taste tests.
Yes. Yeah, because, they don't always have a choice. They have to eat what I cook. But they do get a voice in it as well. But I would say that demeanor for us, for some people, I don't know if that necessarily plays a part, but for us it does because our kids are out there a lot. They're not in with the pigs. That's a big no-no. But they like to go out and feed them and socialize.
And all the pigs that we've raised over the years, we've had no demeanor problem.
No, we haven't. They've all been
3
great.
years, I guess.
Yeah.
Never had a demeanor problem. So, was that it?
I was just going to say we've gone from 2 pigs to 4 pigs to 10 pigs. Our math is messed up somehow with that. We're not going to, there won't be like 25 this year. No.
We've already been making our list of who wants pigs.
It's so hard.
All right. So on these pigs, was there something else? Overall, again, just like with the taste test, all these are winners.
Yeah, they were all great pigs.
They were great. All right. So next video you see, we'll be talking about the finances of it and how much that scared Jenny. And
I'm not doing it
Jenny
again.
hated buying pig food.
No, I'm not doing it again.
I'd also like to point out we use a butcher for these hanging weights and everything in our taste tests. We use a butcher that we have no reason not to trust.
Right.
They tag them and everything, and I do believe that the pig we turn in is the pig that we get back. Mm-hmm. I believe that. So I just wanted to throw that out there, especially for those taste tests and these hanging weight numbers.
Yes.
That's where that is. So we appreciate you guys watching this. We'll move on to part 2 here real quick. And if you're seeing this one first, put it up. Part 2 will be in a day or 2. So I'll try to have this one up tonight. You got anything?
Nope, I'm good.
Piggies! Yeah, baby. All right. Talk to you guys later. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Bye.